What's up, everyone? I'm Aaron the Toy Enhancer, and welcome to the channel. This is the G.I. Joe classified scale sized claw that I made. I made it on a 3D printer. I'm fairly happy with it. As you can see, we have a bat in there. The figs fit good. Super stoked with the model, but I do think I can enhance it. It does have some cool features. The wheels do fold in, okay, and the missiles are detachable, so they sit on dog bone. I do like the missiles, even though they're more like Stinger missiles. I like these a lot better. So I'm gonna keep those. But I think I can make it better. So we'll set this one aside here. And I'll show you. I've been printing parts left and right, basically everything but white, because that's the first models that I made were the white ones. So as you can see, I have all kinds of options to go with, and we're gonna see if we can make a wicked cool looking claw out of these parts that I printed off. So without further ado, put Megatron back up. And let's get started on the modification of this claw. right, everyone. So I got this far last night, and I just made a little box. You can see the wing extends now, right? It doesn't have to be stationary, so that's wicked cool. And then I'm going through a phase right now where I'm contemplating making these parts move, which is something that's kind of critical. I wasn't gonna do it because I'm second guessing myself, and sometimes this will happen during your projects and you don't want to ruin it. But yes, I can reprint this stuff, I can remake it. There's not a lot of money involved in it, but I did a sample on one that was this is a bad one. The print got a little it drifted up from the plate and stuff in a few spots, so I wasn't going to use it anyways. It's really scrap. But I did pick up some hinges and whatnot off Amazon, and I just opted for these because they were cheap, and there was a bunch of them that came with it. Okay, and then I was second guessing myself because they're real loose. They're real floppy. Okay, which I have tricks and stuff that I can do for that, real simple fixes to tighten that up. But I was second guessing it. I was like, well, I'm gonna try one. So this is the demo that I did on it, and I did get a good bond on it. And what I did to tighten up the hinge is I just shot some super glue in there, you know, and that gives it enough. You can see that it's pretty tight. The one flaw that I did when I made this sample is I didn't pull the hinges and give enough gap in between for it to get some upward lift, and the hinges will flex that way. I didn't allow for enough room, so there is going to be a gap in here if I do it, and that's something I have to consider into my design. You know, do I want that? Is that crucial enough? And I'm gonna give it a go. I slept on it, and sometimes I do this too. I'll stop a project, not rush myself. I could have stayed up all night and finished this if I wanted to last night, but I was like, hang on, I'm gonna slow this down a bit, slow this process down, and see what I can come up with. So we're gonna try it. If it don't work, I'll just remake these. Okay, but these are the things that I have to think about when I'm modifying toys. Is it worth the retry? If I couldn't remake it as easy, I probably wouldn't do it. So maybe it's better that I can remake it. So let's do it. We're gonna cut these out, make them movable. right, everyone. If you made it this far in the video, please give me a like or subscribe. It's absolutely free to subscribe. If you're new to YouTube, it doesn't cost you a dime, and you can keep up on my content like this. So we fabricated the wing, and I am delightfully happy with the way it turned out. Like I said, I was very nervous about doing this because I didn't want to have to redo it, and I think it's gonna fly. Good enough for custom vehicle work. I should know, I do plenty of it. But these hinges, like I said, they're floppy, you know, they had no, and I know how to tighten them up, and it's a real easy trick, you know. You're just gonna shoot a little bit of super glue into the hinge, and then you'll see it'll make it tighter, and you can't, at first it feels like it won't move at all, but it will. And it tightens that up. So that's an easy trick. And as you can see, like, I am delighted with the movement and the angle that I'm getting with this. Now, if you don't like the hinge look, you can paint it. I probably will just paint them gray just to make them blend in a little more. So the bottom part maybe not too desirable, but it gives that effect that I'm looking at. And honestly, when this toy is on the shelf, you hardly see the bottom, or even when you're looking at it. But now these move, okay? And these push in. That's awesome. That's awesome because, you know, the claw that I built, you know, this is all stationary. It's just glue on. It wasn't designed to do this, but we've enhanced it this farther. Let's keep going, guys. Let's move along and put some more stuff on this claw. right, everyone, here it is. This is Firefly's Claw. I based it off of the figure and we modified it. The exterior wings do push in. Landing gear is up, but it does sit down. I had to put it on the back wings to rotate on the table because the landing gear is a little wider than the rotating table. But I do have it at a nice angle here so we can see. And I'm fairly happy with it. You see, I put the battery pack on the back there, and it doesn't look too bad. It's not too bulky. This thing was really fun to put together. And again, you can go with like so many different variations of this. Let's take a look at it with the lights on. All right, so we got it lit up. And they are bright. They're fairly bright lights. You'll see here in a minute. It's going to give you a good glare. So I was stoked with that. And I did put some collision lights on it. That's what the red ones are for. Just aviation lights. I didn't go all out like a plane would normally have, but just enough to get by. Something to see while they're flying at dark. And, you know, some collision lights. I did relocate the missiles onto the bottom engine port sides, so it does still have 4 missiles. I just didn't like the way the 2 looked grouped together there, so I did change that at the last minute. And man, it's awesome. It was fun to paint. We put a really cool paint scheme on it. Made sure I matched it up to Firefly as best as I could. And it wasn't too complicated. I just started with some patterns and some designs and went with it. Very fun to do. If you guys are interested in building your own claw and you don't have availability to the 3D parts, you can go ahead and hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll see if we can work something out and maybe get you some parts so you can build your own claw, because they are a shit ton of fun, and I highly recommend trying it once. It is a little bit of a challenge. It's not going to be 100% straightforward, but that's all the fun, is getting around the difficulties and making everything the way you want it. So if you haven't given a like or subscribe, please do so, and I'll catch you on the next time.